Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm going through a power outage. Yes, we have a little tree down that is not too far from our car, and our water's not working. The internet's kind of touch and go. So I'm filming this now, and hopefully maybe if I have to upload it later, I will. Yeah, so I was thinking what I was going to get at with that tree down near a car in my driveway from the storm we had. I couldn't help but laugh and think, how would Markle spin that? Or actually, I should probably call her Ragland, because some people are going to start calling her Ragland right now. So yeah, I was thinking, wow, she would spin it that it was a huge giant tree that nearly crushed her while she was in the car, and it almost took her out. That's probably how she would spin it. That's that exaggeration that she does. Any story she has, she puts like a huge spin on it, right? So I had a good chuckle to myself when I saw that tree down near the car. I thought, oh, I know how she would spin this. Yes, you can just probably visualize it yourselves. Yes, so yeah, probably the most horror aspect of this little power outage we're having right now, which is not uncommon in my area actually, is, I decided after many years, it's been at least 5 years since I've been to the gynecologist, so you probably can see where this is going, right? No water, okay? No water. I have a gynecological appointment today. Just think of the horror of that. Now, Ragland, you can take your story and shove it, because this is a real one. This is a real horror. And I'm Miss Clean Freak here, okay? So, wow, I called them and they said, yes, we're still open. We have power. So that's because they probably have it on like one of those big power system things they can plug in, right? Because they're in the same power grid as me. So I was hoping they would say no. So thank goodness for iron water, right? I've got some distilled water, some iron water that I use. I use it for my iron. And so I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned bath way. And then, my goodness. Yeah, I figured I'd put my big girl pants on and actually do the appointment, because I can't stand doing these appointments. Or should I say take down my big girl panties? That's why I don't like going to them. And I decided to do it, and lo and behold, we have this horrific situation where I can't be the clean freak that I am. Get in the bathtub and clean all bits and parts, and yeah, probably too much information. But anyway, so yeah, the joys of a power outage. Yeah, so that's why I have my candle lit today. And also want to notice that here, Dr. Grande, he's a really good psychoanalysis on YouTube, very popular therapist. He did a really fantastic job of dissecting Markle. And some of the phrases he used, all the phrases, he described a narcissist, basically, without even calling her one. He doesn't like to give out diagnoses, as he always puts, I'm not here to diagnose. But wow, he just listed everything that lists in the criteria. Let's put it that way. So yeah, he calls her all kinds of fun names. And it's definitely worth a view. Yeah, he said that basically she's too revengeful to do silent dignity. Yeah, and that just nailed it right there. That was a poignant part in the video. What do the royals do? They do silent dignity when it comes to when they get attacked publicly. That's don't complain, don't explain, stay silent. She's too revengeful to do that. It's not in her. Is what he said. And I was like, wow, he nailed it. He just nailed it. Yeah. And so, yeah. So what else? He basically a new archetype, which is a victim. He calls her he nicknames her the Duchess of Dullness. And so, yeah, he really did nail it. So anyways, what else do I want to say? Yeah. Also, there was a comment, someone said that life is too short to listen to Meghan Markle. Yeah, so life is too short to listen to her. This is why I think her podcast will really tank and fail. And so enough of talk here. Let's throw some cards in this little dim lit area. And hopefully you can see. And let's just find out. Living alone. It said she's living alone. Let's find out. Here we go. is Meghan Markle living alone right now or with her mother? It is said she's with her mother. But then again, I'm just going to say, is she living in that house as a single woman right now? Is she currently single without Harry in that Montecito house, mansion? Is she alone without Harry? Is she alone without Harry? Yes, she is. Is her mother with her? Is her mother with her? Is Doria with her? Is Doria with her? Yes, Doria is with her. Is Harry off the premises? Is Harry off the premises of the Montecito mansion? Is Harry off the premises? Yes, he is. Is he with his blonde? Is he with his new blonde friend, female lover, whoever she is? Is he with her? Is he currently with her right now as I speak? No, not with her right now as I speak. Okay. But that is what is being said. So let's get some cards on them living alone. Someone like her isn't going to like it. They don't like being alone. I've mentioned this many times about the traits that they possess. Alone time cannot do it. They cannot process themselves. They cannot handle the thought process. It's too painful. It's a really painful place. That's why they always have to be surrounded by people all the time. That's why they're fuel hunters. That's why they're people hunters. It's because that they need other people to regulate their low moods. Without it, they crash and burn. So this is why we're more important to them than they are to us. It's just they make us think that it's the other way around. So let's get some cards. Meghan Markle being in that mansion alone. Here we go. Boom and boom. We got here, yes, I will say here, the Knight of Wands in reverse with a new beginning here, a new proposition. I would say Harry's made a proposition of divorce. It is a new proposition, the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. It's a new beginning for Harry because he's decided he's not doing it anymore. The Knight of Wands in reverse. So he's focusing on something else. He's focusing on getting out of there. He's very angry. It's the angry position. It's an obstacle position. It's a reckless direction position. It's also dealing with the consequences of previous behavior. So he's dealing with the consequences of the marriage, of choosing her as a bride. And he's starting something new with someone else. With that Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, a new seeding of a new beginning of his life, of freedom. Is what he's focused on. He's focused on this new beginning right now, not staying with her. So that's at least where his focus is at. Now, how long that will take, he could drag his feet a little bit because he doesn't have the support measures of his family due to what he's done. He's going to have to beg for help now. He's going to have to, suck it up your pride card kind of energy. That's really what he's going to have to do. He is going to have to swallow his pride. That would be the Five of Swords. So he's got probably this Five of Swords subconsciously going on that he has to suck up his pride because he wants to start over. He wants a total new beginning. And that wand is down. He doesn't want to see her. He has no excitement or enthusiasm for her. He's not even talking to her. He's not sending any messages to her, and he's not on any mission for her to help her. He's not on any mission to help her financially either. He's not willing to, and I am burning up in this robe. Give me a second here. I'm taking it off. Whoa. Oh, man. Whew. That's the other thing. No air conditioner, you guys. Yes, and my husband was so kind to bring me a coffee from outside our home because I can't even make coffee. Yes. Woo, hot. Hot flash. Menopause hot flash. Woo. Woo, baby. I still get them on occasion, yes. Yeah, I'll be 58 this coming up year, so don't tell anyone, even though I just told you. And I still get them. All right, back onto my shirt here. Yes, I probably look like a wife beater right now with my tank top on. Okay, here we go. Challenging position. Challenging position. Whew. All right. No, actually, I'm wrong. I'll be 58. God, I'm getting old. Okay. All right, challenging position. Oh, challenging position is having to talk to her. Oh, and spying in the spying card. Yes, he does. He's going to have to do some spying activity so he can represent himself. And he knows that she's going to spy on him because of this whole new blonde lady situation that everyone's talking about. Yeah, he's got to cut through the clouds too. To cut through the clouds of gloom and doom he's been dealing with. He's trying to literally hack through them mentally so he can clear the air, so he can clear his own head. Talk about brain fog. He's arrested development. This is, the pages are juvenile. So he's got this arrested development. He's trying to cut through the mental clouds that she put over him and come to some clarity, some Ace of Swords energy, where he can have that intellectual new beginning, that aha, laser focus. So his challenge is to stay laser focused on getting out, laser focused on not being her little puppet so she can make money. He really has to stay laser focused, which is going to be really hard for him because I think he has ADHD. And so that's why it's such a challenge for him, is because the attention deficit disorder. I mean, or you just can't stay laser focused. So this is where he probably needs ADHD meds so that he can stay on course of a divorce. It reminds me of a personal friend that was divorcing his narcissist wife. The doctor put him on ADHD medication, and he told him, I want you to stay on this until the divorce is over so that you stay on course and you divorce this narcissist wife of yours, who wanted him to be a swinger, by the way, and encouraged swinging behavior while she was posting religious posts and what a religious, holy than there thou, love of Christ woman on Facebook, and going to church on Sundays and then being a swinger on the side. Yeah, no, I'm telling you the truth here, you guys. So this is why I know this stuff the way I do, is because I've been around it. All right, I've been around it. I've been surrounded by it. So yeah, she was like the ultimate Christian on Facebook. She was a God-fearing woman while she was she was actually a swinging God-fearing woman. Yeah, she liked to have sex with all the neighbors too, the neighborhood men. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. So, so this is that ADHD situation. It really reminds me of this male friend who she beat the hell out of him, and the cops came at the end. So, there was total violence because he refused to go along with her. So she lashed out with complete total violence on him. This is that ADHD right here, that spying, needing to stay laser focused. So that's such a challenge for him because he's always had, I think, ADHD. He's always had this, ADHD is very linked to anxiety. So he has that really high anxiety traits. So this is really going to be a problem from him. He really needs to get to a doctor, and he needs to get on some medication so he can, stay on course, because staying on course is going to be really hard for him, really difficult. So I really hope that hopefully someone knows him, might know this channel. I'm not so grandiose to think that he does. I'm sure I'm just like not even recognized whatsoever, and that's fine. I really doubt it. Highly doubt it. But hopefully, maybe just with the kernel, maybe someone can tell him to get on that ADHD medication. I do want him to get his freedom. Do I think he's a ginger prick? Yes, I do. Does he deserve to be back? No, he doesn't. He deserves all the anger he's getting. But I still think that he deserves to get out because he did get trapped like a dog. And I want him to have a turnaround. I'm always about people trying to get a second chance and a turnaround and maybe get back to somewhat of a former self and take this horrible situation and weave it into his new fabric of himself as a stronger and better person and learn something from it and come out the other side. Come out the other side, Harry. It's not impossible, you guys. It really is not impossible. Impossible to be a working royal, yes. I get that. And there's no way should he ever have that. But he needs to cut through those clouds. He needs to cut through those clouds. He needs to become more himself, his own clear mind, his own thought process. That is his thoughts, not her thoughts, putting into his head, which is brainwashing. She's like mesmerized him with probably hypnosis, probably some of this hypnosis and treatments she's put him through. I got to say this. Some of the mental health treatments, she probably put him through self-hypnosis and probably hypnotized him to stay as her puppet master, a little puppet. I wouldn't put that past her. So he's really got to cut through this. And that's going to take a lot. Let's get to the focal point. The focal point. Yeah, that just came to thought about hypnosis. Hypnosis and hypnosis and mind control. You know what the CIA does? They use hypnosis and drugs. She's probably done both on him. She's probably applied hypnosis and drugs onto Harry. More than likely. She has all the tools available to her, all the financial tools to bring someone in to do this for her. Wouldn't put it past her. I really, really wouldn't. She's that dark. Let's get to the focal point. The focal point. The focal point in the dark. Focal point. Yes, there it is. The Ace of Swords down. The focal point is he has not been speaking his true self. He has a blocked crown chakra. He is completely mentally blocked with cruelty and lies and stress, poor judgment, brutality, cutting out. So this is a problem. He cut everybody out. He's completely blocked. He's got to cut through all of it. He imposed himself into his own mental prison because he was blocked, because more than likely she used something against him. She did. She used everything, every tool available to make this happen. Look how far she came up the ladder, how far she climbed. She's willing to use any and everything available to her at her fingertips. Let's get to the hidden energy. Yeah, he's got to cut through those clouds, you guys. He's struggling. He's struggling because that sword is down. He's got to cut through all the lies. What am I going to do with the lies now? How am I going to cut through about who said what and who's at fault? He had very clouded insight here in terms of attacking his family. There's that crown there. He realizes it was complete lies and it was false information. He realizes cutting out was such a bad maneuver. Bad idea to lie to his own family. Hidden energy. Hidden energy. Hidden energy. Hidden energy. He wants this. He wants it. He wants back. Two of Cups. He wants an emotional connection with his family. After he can cut through the clouds. He wants to clear the air. He wants to clear the air about this duality that he got himself into. Let's get to the past position. Past position. It's no longer, we got the kids in reverse here too. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and also represents he sent out nothing but negative messages, which no longer serves him anymore. It's not idealistic and delightful to do it anymore. He enjoyed it because he was under her mind control. And his mind was not his mind. His mind was blocked. So it doesn't serve him anymore. It was a tantrum. The life was a fantasy. He was caught up in her fantasy, and that fantasy doesn't suit him anymore. And that fantasy also could be the children. Let's go into the, oopsie, you can't even see. There we go. My bad. All right, I move this and shift this. Let's go into the future. The future, here we go. Just a standard rider weight here. The future, he knows he can't get back in. Yeah, he knows he's not going to have a happy family with her, so no, he's not living there. There's no happiness or joy within that unit. There was never a happy family, okay? He's been miserable almost since the beginning of the marriage. If you've been following my channel long enough, you know this. You know that they were only happy. He was happy so briefly. It was like a hot flash in a pan, like dropping oil in a pan, and it dissipated very quickly. It didn't last. It was very, very short-lived. And I firmly believe she staged a fake pregnancy in order to snag him. It was never about even being a happy family. It was never about him even being happy with his own family. It was always about him getting out. But that doesn't serve him anymore, sending out those negative emotions to his family, which he put himself in reverse. He broke his family. The Ten of Cups is completely breaking an emotional legacy. That emotional legacy now is scarred for life. He knows he's scarred for life with this emotional legacy. Peace is completely fallen for him. Dreams of being with her is completely shattered. The dream of being back with his family is shattered. He wants back, but he knows he's shattered. The dream of the children, more than likely, is shattered. It's total broken relations. Total broken relations with that 10 of Cups in reverse. There's nothing to celebrate. There is no happy rainbow days. There's no joy. She's not a walking rainbow. She's definitely no walking rainbow. She is a dark cloud. She's a dark cloud. Dark cloud, he's got to cut through all those clouds. She is a walking gloom and doom, and she took him down through her own mental processes and then projecting it onto him. Basically, he ended up marrying her. He ended up marrying her and became her and self-imposed himself into his own prison. Let's get to the next position, the feelings in the situation. The feelings in the situation. Here we go. Boom. No support. See, yeah, he knows he doesn't have his community anymore. And he's not part of her community anymore. He wants out of her community. Whatever your community is, be it Epstein connection, be it whoever you're connected with, he does not want to partake. It's also about over drinking too. 3 of Cups in reverse is overindulgence of alcohol. Very welcoming. Too much partying. So he is doing a lot of partying on the side. Diversion. It's self-soothing himself. So he's self-soothing himself through probably a lot of alcohol. And he does need a network. He needs a network real fast. He needs a safety net. He needs his family. He needs a safety net. And he also needs fun time. So he's getting out of the dark, cloudy environment with her to go and have fun. He's not allowed to have fun without her. You're not allowed to have fun, Harry. No, you cannot network without me, Harry. Sorry. I'm cutting you out of it, Harry. He knows that if he does it, she's going to force a cut, just like with Polo. She has made all kinds of enforcements on him. So yeah, she wants to cut any support out. He knows that. He knows whatever he does, she's going to cut it out. She will force a cut on him that he has got to release himself from anything. He's not allowed to have anybody or anything, just her. Very, very classic textbook. It's absolute textbook. And that's why following her has been such a joy, because it is a public education, even though it's just tarot. And I sometimes do kick myself that I just didn't do a commentary channel, but I didn't think that I would be a good source to do it since I'm American. I didn't think it would be embraced, to be quite frank, since I don't have this cool British accent and tea. So yeah, that's why I didn't do it. I thought about it, but then I thought, got to show my face though too. And I like my privacy. I mean, it's okay once in a while, but just having to be on camera would be a problem for me. So that's the other pro benefit here of just doing it this way. So yeah, no support for Harry. Not allowed. Sorry, not allowed. Next position. The ships are not coming in, no improvement. So there is going to be nothing coming for him. He knows that. There is never going to be improvement in this dynamic here, or even in the duality. So he does want a complete start over. So the ships are not coming in, and there is going to be no improvement with the outside sources in terms of anyone rescuing him or coming in. He feels alone, lack of energy. 3 of Wands in reverse is lots of obstacles. He's got all kinds of obstacles to get back any support and to help him get that Ace of Pentacles new beginning there. So he realizes he's got a huge thing. So this is why it might take him longer to achieve this. May not be as quick and fast as we want. Even though he's a crown prince, doesn't mean it's going to be easy for him to rally up, some support. A lot of people have turned their back on him. And that's why that passion, that back is turned. A lot of backs have turned to him. They don't feel the passion that he feels, and the back is turned. Yes, and he's very aware. He's very aware of it. Let's get to, and what he's done. He's become completely aware, which is nice. And that's the beginning of healing. That's the very first baby step. And that could be that too, the first baby step of self-awareness. Let's get to the hopes and fears. Ooh, yes, hopes and fears. I'm going to transform myself. Yes, I am. Here he is going to do this, you guys. The Death card. Oh, yes, he's going to free himself. He's hoping this is just done and over with. I'm going to rebirth myself. I'm going to rebirth myself. I have fallen off my prince horse and my pony horse. He fell off the pony horse. He's going to rebirth himself. Yeah. So if you tell me no to polo, that probably could have been the final straw for him about his polo. Final straw. What? I can't. You're not taking my polo away. That's like a final straw of taking, since he is arrested development, you took away my greatest pleasure? You want to take away my greatest pleasure? I don't think so. That's the final straw for Harry, the polo probably. And we know she doesn't care about animals. We know it's all a facade. So that's why he needs to get it out, get over with, and it's done and over with, and I need to change. Something's got to give now, and that might have been that final straw that broke it. Yes. Final call, final call, final call, final call. I'm running a little slow today. Yes, I am. So that's why I'm taking my time with my cards today. Yeah, the wheels have fallen off, you guys. Yeah, there's no more control in the relationship. You're not controlling me anymore. She has been driving that entire marriage. She is the one wearing the pants. Harry's not wearing the pants, but he's like, no, you're not wearing the pants of my life anymore. I have no more ambition and goals to chase after your goals. This is coming to a full stop. This is the car that needs to go in the shop. He needs to go in the psychology shop. That's what his car needs to go into. Yeah. It's a full crash and burn. It's the end of the road. The relationship has come to an absolute end of the road. It is a complete failure. There is no more putting plans together, achieving them together, and making all these plans and achieving them. It's impossible. They haven't achieved anything. He doesn't feel like they've achieved anything. So full crash and burn, very disappointed. Sorry, Markle, you've come to an end of the road. Harry wants to transform himself. Let's get to the center of the deck. Center of the deck. King of Pentacles, upright. Yep, he wants to get back to being a guy who has it all. He's not going to have it all with her based on these cards. It's not going to be for her. Having it all is not going to happen with her. At the other side of the center of the deck. Ooh, look at this. Look what was underneath that King of Pentacles was the devil energy. Yeah, he wants his fuel sources. He wants the entanglement and getting back on his horse with the Knight of Pentacles, and the slow and steady wins the race, taken off. Oh, I'm seeing this. Yeah. This is his fuel here with Markle, being chained like a prisoner, being chained to her. That's his truth. His true truth here, which is underneath it, is the Justice card. So his true truth, the cause and effect card of being entangled with her feels like hell. It feels like prison. It is a matrix of hell. A hall of mirrors of hell, losing your autonomy in order to be with her, to make her money. He's decided, I'm out of here. I'm driving out of here. I'm getting back on my Prince pony here. And because she just wants me for money. She just wants wealth, abundance. She just wants to use me for her wealthy lifestyle through entanglement. But I'm getting back on my polo horse here. And I'm riding out of here. I'm riding off into the sunset, and the slow and steady will win the race for me. And with the Pentacles, he's going to be self-reliant. I don't need a crutch of you. I don't need the entanglement of you. I can do it by myself. The slow and steady wins. I'm going to be self-reliant from now on. I'm going to be a big boy. I'm not going to be a page. I'm going to be a little bit more mature. I'm going to become more of a teenager. It's like a teenager running away from home. He's going to run away from home and get as far away hell from her as he possibly can. And what does he have on his horse? He has a pentacle. And that's that new emotional, that is that new beginning here. He wants to get out of this, you guys. He wants to get out of Dodge like the old Western movies. He wants to get on his horse and drive out of there. I can do this by myself, and I can have a new beginning and get away from this prisoner in my own mind. I'm just going to have to try. He's going to have to try. He has no choice. He's got to try it, and he's got to save himself because he doesn't have the support. He's got to do it for himself. Let's see what's underneath that. Yes, he's got to work at it. He's got to do it for himself. If he wants it to happen, he's got to work at it. So he's working at it. He's working at it, and underneath that, we have the wake-up call. He had his wake-up call, and that would have been called, the wake-up call is called the Bauer book. Yeah, it's called Revenge. Revenge. That woke him up all right. So, yes, what's underneath that? Yeah, nothing but division, nothing but betrayals, heartache. She just lied, lied, lied. He's realizing who she is. What a wake-up call. So he's got to work on getting on his little pony here and riding out to the sunset by himself, put his big boy pants on, and get away from the entanglement and the hell he's been entrapped in has really been about her. He knows that there's got to be a divorce. The justice is the law card. He realizes they're never going to have a positive financial legacy. It has come to a rock bottom. Just like we got the happy family card in reverse, we also have here the positive legacy card in reverse. So it's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. He's at a 10, 2 10s, 2 rock bottoms in terms of material world, in terms of being in that marriage, in terms of any positive legacy. Being associated with her, no. Being associated with her will never have a positive legacy with a family or even in the material world. It will never happen. Wake-up call. He got the wake-up call. He realizes what a betrayer she is. Everywhere she goes, she is nothing but going to hurt you. She is a walking, everywhere she's gonna scorch the earth everywhere. She's gonna hurt everyone. Everyone she comes in contact with is gonna end up in a 3 of Swords. If you get involved with her, you will end up here. So he's heeding the wake-up call, you guys. Very much heeding the wake-up call. He realizes this duality is done and over with. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.